Welcome to Work in Progress, Conversations with Creators. I'm your host, Logan Royce Piteman. On today's episode, I'm very pleased to be joined by Keith Jardine, a mixed martial arts fighter turned actor turned director. We spoke mostly about his new feature-length film, which I'm very excited to see, and I hope that you enjoy our conversation.
If you enjoy our podcast, please like and subscribe and consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Albuquerque Journal to help us bring you more content like this. You can find this episode and all of our podcasts on the Albuquerque Journal website, abqjournal.com, as well as YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. See the show notes for a discount code on a digital subscription. Thank you for supporting the Albuquerque Journal, New Mexico's leading news.
Hey, Keith, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Logan.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to speak with you. You've had a really interesting trajectory in your career, starting as an MFA fighter, actually starting as a firefighter, I guess, then MMA fighter, then actor, and now director.
Man, I've done a lot of things. I did some wildland firefighting. I was a football coach, a defensive coordinator at the University of Highlands University in Las Vegas, New Mexico. That's how I first came out here. I've been a miner. I've been a bounty hunter. I've done all the things. Then I got into fighting, and that led to acting, and led to writing and directing, and now producing. And oh my God, here we are.
It's pretty amazing. And I just watched the trailer to your new film, and we'll get into that. It seems like a really interesting psychological kind of twisted film. Yeah, maybe just talk a little bit about it.
Twisted is right. Kill me again. It's,
Kill me again.
Yeah. It's basically it's a time loop movie, which is basically Groundhog's Day,
right?
But it's from the perspective of a serial killer. So it's like the Bill Murray character was a serial killer. So super twisted, super fun.
I mean, there aren't that many people that go from MMA into acting and directing. I feel you have more from like pro wrestling because that is kind of acting already, right?
Yeah, you're right about that. Actually, a lot of MMA guys are trying to cross over now. Some of them are doing really good. For me, the crossover, I always wanted to be an actor, and fighting led to getting my SAG card. My biggest fight, I got offered a role in a movie right after that, but only when I started taking it seriously, started taking the craft of acting seriously, the art, studying, taking classes, doing all that, and like giving it the respect it deserves. And then I started getting the roles I needed.
Yeah, which you've had some great ones. I mean, you were great in John Wick.
Yeah, that was all right. That was more of a stunt acting kind of role, but that money was a paycheck when that role was a paycheck when I needed it. You know, doing these transitions is tough. Transitioning from fighting to acting is like when now you got to reinvent yourself, and you're gonna spend all your money chasing this career and going to LA for auditions and all that. And in the stunts in the beginning helped me bridge that gap. You know, and John Wick was. I still get pretty good residuals from that. So
that's good. Yeah, it helps. And then I love Inherent Vice. I think that's an incredible film.
That was when I first started taking it really seriously and saying, hey, I trained for fighting. I need to train for acting, because this acting is way more competitive than fighting. Fighting's easy. You win, you get to the next level. You win and get to the next level. You keep winning. They can't ignore you. Acting is like they don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about what you did in the UFC and all that stuff. Like, you need to be a good actor and better than all these people that train their whole life at it to go out and sell this role and be believable in this role. Yeah. They don't care about Keith Jardine, the fighter, to be a henchman or in a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, for God's sakes, one of our best directors ever.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a much kind of artier kind of film.
Super proud of that. That's where I got my start. Super proud.
And I mean, it's interesting, because you can play like a convincing tough guy because you are a tough guy, but there's, like you said, there's a lot more to acting, and so like what kind of classes did you take, and how do you approach acting?
Well, I took all kinds of classes. I did. It doesn't even matter. I tell my UFC friends that are trying, like, just you got to be willing to get in front of a bunch of people and make a fool of yourself, right? And it doesn't matter what the class is. It doesn't matter how good the teacher is, honestly. Because like you're studying, you're doing your own thing. I learn from other actors, and I got my own method that I'm working on. But I'll learn from anybody. If a teacher has something to say, like, I'll learn from it. Yeah. But the main thing is actually performing in front of your friends, and not your friends, your people that you barely know, and swallowing your pride at just people going home like, oh, I saw Keith Jardine and he did this role and he was awful, he's horrible. Just being able to do that, just go look stupid, and that's you. So I took some some acting classes just that were whatever, and I took some acting classes that were great, and I have had some coaches that. Billy O'Leary is one of them that was really great and really showed me the techniques and the skill and the craft of acting, because it's not just getting up there and pretending.
Yeah.
Like there's really a skill and a craft about the camera's here and this is here and I'm gonna let you do your thing, and I gotta know how to let you do your thing as my other actor, or you messed up and we're just going to roll with it and we're going to play that game.
Sure, yeah.
And we're going to ad lib and we're going to do all this stuff. Like you got to have that skill set to bring in there. They're paying you to do this job. You better do it.
Yeah. So you're saying it's sort of about listening and responding.
Yeah. Listening's it, man. Like if you're worried about what you're going to say, that's a problem.
Right.
Our conversation, you're going to tell me what to say because it's natural.
Yeah. But is it hard to remember lines? I mean, that is like a big part of acting.
Well, you got to learn it right away. A lot of actors will tell you that that's not a big deal, but it is. Like you got to be able to digest lines, especially if you're on a TV series. The TV actors are the best actors because they got to digest so much lines overnight and all that. Like I was just working with Chris Pratt and seeing how he was able to do that. Like he was all compressed. He's doing all of his scenes in a week, and like how he's able to just to do it, like that was really like I was really impressed, man.
Yeah,
he's really professional. I work with Timothy Olyphant this year in a movie that's going to come out called Over Your Dead Body. That's going to be really big for me. I was a lead in that with Juliette Lewis, Timothy Olyphant, Jason Segel, and watching Timothy work, man, because he's a TV guy, right? Justified and all that, and like it was really that's a pro's pro, man. Like and to be respected from those guys, to be accepted into their league, like it's amazing.
Do you feel like in the beginning, like you had to kind of like fight for people's respect because people saw you as sort of the image Keith Jardine, the MMA guy?
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I used to turn down roles. In fact, at one point I turned down roles that was anything that was like seemed like I got it because I was a UFC guy.
Yeah.
But you brought up the Paul Thomas Anderson role, and,
right.
And that's what always comes back, and like, oh, it's Keith Jardine, but then they always, oh, you did a Paul Thomas Anderson movie,
sure,
and that's always huge with that. And then once they see that I'm able to be on set and jive with you and riff and do all that stuff, like I just did a movie with Carlota Peretta. She's amazing. Her first English language film, and some of the scenes I was working with a great actor, and it was just like, okay, we're gonna get in an argument, and these are the points you got to get, but like it's not really scripted.
Right.
Yeah.
But you like that. You like that kind of challenge.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
Because I'm here for a reason, because I can do this.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. And well, what about? Let's talk about Kill Me Again, right?
Kill Me Again.
So you wrote this, you directed it. You're kind of it's your baby.
It's all mine. So I got a lot of scripts that I'm out there that I'm making. I started off with a really big Western that cost a lot of money to make, and then I wrote a cheaper movie. But they're all still, and studios have covered my scripts and want to do them, but I wasn't going to be the director. So what I did is during the actors' strike, when everything was down, I was like, okay, well, what if I just did a movie that I can do, that I can direct? I'm not going to give up my part in it, and I'm going to do all that. And what if I just put this together to show them what I can do? So that's what Kill Me Again is. And wow, it just hit me in August. I wrote the beginning and end of it on August a couple years ago, and we shot it in December and got Brendan Fair on board, and he's an amazing actor, and so there it is. And
you did the casting as well? You chose?
Oh yeah. I did everything. I got my fingerprint on everything in this movie, and you know what? It's a goddamn good movie, and I'll put my reputation on the line for this movie. Like Jürgen Heinemann, my cinematographer, like I'll never work without him. He's amazing, and the movie's beautiful. The first thing people see when they see this movie is this beautiful. And then Brendan, who's in pretty much every freaking scene, really, really delivers. Something that's really impossible too. Like I don't want to give too much away, but it's really diabolical and twisted.
Yeah.
And he's a really, really bad person.
Right.
but you fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And I'm really playing with your emotions on this.
I feel like that's the best thing. Like when a director and the actors themselves can get me to sympathize with a really unsympathetic character, right?
Yep. And sure, I did that. The dialogue did that, but goddamn, you need somebody to deliver, right?
Yeah.
And Brendan, we've had a history before with my short that I did before this, and he really delivers, man. He's never been this person before. He's never been like this before, and oh my God, like it was torture, that shoot, but it was still the funnest shoot. That he did it. He sent a message the other day too that I did this for whatever he says, 30 years, 20 years, whatever, but this is the funnest shoot I've ever done, and it really means something to me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't fun. It was like we're doing 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. every freaking night, and he's in every scene, and everyone's going a little bit nuts. It was literally Groundhog's Day for us. Like, here we are again in the diner, and we're doing this thing.
So you shot a lot of takes, or yeah.
I did block shooting where I would shoot a few different scenes in one direction and a few different scenes in the other direction, because we had to cover a huge amount of pages every day.
Yeah.
Something that I was told before we did it, like they were told me, like, I've never seen anybody do this many pages successfully per day, and here's your schedule, go ahead, good luck. So I had to kind of finesse the schedule and make it on my own and figure out how we're going to get this done and all that. And my God, we barely pulled it together, but we did.
But you did.
Yeah.
And there's something with the edit. I don't know who edited it, but like where there's sort of like a sort of jumpiness or something to the, like there's that kind of creates a psychological effect. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Again, I got my fingerprints on everything. Like I was with the editor every bit, like use this take, use this word on this take, use this. But I got really lucky. I got Kevin Hale did this, and he came up with Joe Carnahan, a famous writer-director. He's got some big stuff coming out. He's got stuff. In fact, my editor just did the name of Ben Affleck, Matt Damon movie. But I was we hooked up, we got on, he loved the script, and he helped me drive it home, man. He did a great job.
Yeah.
But editing, everything's in everything, right? The music, you never know, like the music drove me nuts. Like, so I thought I was done. We got the edit done. We got everything done. We did the shoot and all that. Now we got to do the music and work with a composer and figuring out what song goes here and what song goes there and how we're going to write this song, and the tone needs to shift here and all that. Oh my God, like I've never done this before. How do I do this? I'm standing with a composer and it's like, I'm making adjustments. Like, I'm not qualified to do this. No, it's good. So yeah. I mean,
you are, but yeah, I mean, you had like a little imposter syndrome or something.
Oh, the whole way, man. But I learned this from fighting, we're all just, whatever we're doing, we're all just pretending, right? As an actor, as whatever, we're all just pretending we're something we're not, right?
Yeah.
Pretending I'm Paul Thomas Anderson.
Sure, yeah.
And I delivered on this, but I couldn't have done it on my own, man. A lot of people helped me.
Yeah.
But imposter syndrome, every morning, getting out of that, every night at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., whatever it was, getting out of the truck was the hardest part of the day, about to have a panic attack, and like, all right, now I got to go pretend to be this thing, and I got these world-class actors that are hanging on my every word,
No, I mean, that's kind of amazing to hear you say that, and that, you felt, and I'm glad you feel comfortable talking about that, because it's, I think for me too, like, obviously, I mean, look at me, I'm not a fighter, but I think I have like a fighting spirit, and sometimes, I think everyone has these moments in life where you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, I've got so much to do. I'm not prepared for the day. I've got, I can't face it. I just want to pull the covers over my head and go back to sleep. And every time I've given in to that temptation to, things have gotten much worse than they would have been. And every time I just like muster up the courage and go in and face the day, usually things work out okay, I found,
Absolutely. I'm dealing with this right now, because I told you every phase of this movie, like I'm learning something different. Like I learned how to be a director. I learned how to be work with a composer. I learned how to edit. I learned how to do all the stuff. I learned how to raise money and finance, and now I'm learning how to get in theaters and approach. I had to learn how to approach distributors and all that. And now I'm learning this. Now I got to learn this market. How do I market my movie? And now I'm here, and it's getting overwhelming now too. Like I'm saying, same with you. You know, at night when you're tired, for me, that's when it hits the most because you had a big day, whatever. Now you're just exhausted. And now you got tomorrow, and like, how am I going to do tomorrow? Like, oh, I don't know, like whatever. And then you go to sleep and you wake up and like, all right, let's go. Put on the big boy jeans and let's go do this.
Yeah. And you're doing it, you know. And I think I just heard you got distribution, like international distribution, I think.
Yeah, I got Vertical Entertainment, which is a really good company that they do some really big movies. They You know, I tell you, talking about imposter syndrome, like I didn't have time. Like the edit took a while and all that, and I didn't want to wait another year. Like I wanted to be in theaters this summer. Like like all my stuff is happening now. Like I need it now. So that's another reason I went to Vertical, because they have the connections to do that quick. But so I'm not waiting for the festival to meet people. So I'm just like I'm cold emailing people. I'm just figuring out their email by like, okay, so I discovered through research this guy's acquisitions for this company, right?
Yeah.
So then you do some detective work and like, okay, so Bob at whatever distribution company.com, I'll email them. That didn't work. Bob last name, right? And I went through all that, man. Whatever, you know. I'm just not patient, and it's worked for me. I wasn't patient in making this movie. I had the idea in August, and like, okay, we're going to shoot this. Actually, I said we're going to shoot this in November, which is just insane time to turn it around. But now everybody's working hard to get this done, so we're able to do it in December. And if I didn't do that, we would have shot it in January, February, or March.
Did your time as a bounty hunter like come in handy with contacting distributors?
You know, no, not at all. I hated that job. I didn't do it for very long. Picking some guy up that is he might be a bad guy or whatever, but he's at his daughter's quinceanera or something like that.
That's not nice.
This is not for me.
Yeah. But I meant in terms of like, I guess you have to research and find people, right?
You know what? Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. There's a lot of that's interesting. A lot of detective work that way. I guess you know what helps me is the fighting, as far as like when you're in a room with people and you feel a little bit nervous. I'll be honest, man. Like, you know what? I don't have to do this much anymore, but you know what? Like, I could beat everybody up in this room,
right?
All at the same time.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of confidence in that. But
are people ever scared of you when they meet you?
No, I don't. Yeah,
because they call you, you know, the dean of mean and all that. But you seem so nice, you know.
Yeah. That's the mean part is just about being able to get gritty and tough when time counts. That's what that was always about for me.
Yeah. And I know you said you had wanted to be an actor for a while. Had you also wanted to be a director for a while? Or that sort of came,
Nope, that was too intimidating for me.
Yeah.
And I've worked for these amazing directors and got, like, you're in charge of everything. And like, that was just too intimidating for me. But back up before this, I did a really successful short, which was able to get this done because it was like my calling card, right? And I was a 4-time Academy qualifier with that short, won a lot of awards, best director. But anyway, when I put that short together, I was like, well, I'm doing all this. I might as well direct it to it just to see, you know?
Yeah.
And then when I did it, I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I just fell in love working with the actors and working with the team. Like, it's just, when you do a movie, it's just, the New Mexico film crew here is so amazing. And it's just a team. Like, everybody has a job. And if they don't do their job, the thing falls apart. So everybody's working together for this common goal, and just coming from sports too, and just being involved in that team and with that team is just everything. And I can't wait to direct again. And after doing this with Brendan, who again is a world-class actor, like, now I wouldn't be intimidated working with any top actor and giving them notes and having conversations with them and all that. Because goddamn, that's a scary thing, right?
Sure. Yeah. You know,
the way you did that one, like what if we did it this way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't say it like that, but yeah. Because we're working together, and that's a beautiful thing about teamwork and all that. Me and the actor, me and Brendan, like we developed a home language because I'm not the most loquacious person, and I would just give him a series of grunts and whatever, and like, oh no, I got it, I got what you're saying. Let's go do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Although I mean, you use the word loquacious. That's pretty good.
That's the only one I know because I'm not that.
But so how did you like? I mean, you said a series of grunts, but like, how would you actually work together? Like he does a take, and then you go back, and what do you say to him?
Well, it's cool, exactly, because so his character arc, he has a huge character arc on that.
Yeah.
So like now I think this is more just let's just have more fun with this. Let's play with this one. Like let's not be so serious on this one. That's an example, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And we do this line, and I would give him a poor reading, like on purpose, a poor reading. A reading is something you don't do with another actor. A lot of actors take offense if a director will read the line like, this is the way I want you to say it, and they'll say it a certain way. Like that's kind of a no-no in a lot of ways. So I'd give them a poor reading because I don't know how to articulate it very well. So yeah.
But yeah, just getting him to kind of loosen up a little bit.
Loosen up when you need it, or tighten up when you need it, whatever, you know. Yeah.
Well, it seems like it's like you're kind of a natural fit for directing. It seems like you've really taken to it.
You know, more than fighting, I think I'm way better at this than I ever was at fighting. For example, like if we were sitting here talking about fighting back when I was fighting, like, oh, that'd be torture. I don't want to talk about fighting. I just want to go and do it, you know? Like I don't want to talk about my last fight, what my goals are for the next fight.
Right.
But I'll talk about my last movie, what my goals are for future movies, and I'll get into the trenches of what happened during that movie all day long, you know?
Yeah. Well, did anything really disastrous happen at any point?
Every day. Are you kidding me?
Like what?
Well, there's things that happen, like you're trying to make your day and you're trying to make the scenes, and all of a sudden you realize that you're not going to be able to get this important scene. And this scene is really important for telling the movie. Mm-hmm. So how are we going to bridge that?
Right.
One of my favorite scenes in this movie was Brendan when he walks out just cussing and whatever, and he's making up dialogue, and it's beautiful. It's just something like, hey, we can't get this scene, so what if we just do this, and it'll be we're already set up for it, and let's just do it. And that's how as a good actor, you can do that on a fly, and let's figure this out, and let's figure out what the words are.
Yeah.
And a lot of times things like that turn out to be better than what you had scripted.
Yeah.
But as a director, you got to be you got to have the whole thing in your mind. You got the edit, how it's all going to go together. Now we can't bridge these two scenes, so what are we going to do? Yeah. Like those are the things, and that happened every day on my shoot. Yeah. Yeah.
But it all came together.
And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. I remember when the time ran out, we're doing our last scene, and like we had to be out at 5 a.m, and that was it. We're done. Okay, we got it. That's it. And just that mountain on top of me. Oh my God! I hope I got it. We got all these financiers, and we got all these people that gave their portion of their life to me to make this thing work, and to go from hoping that you had it and hoping it was that until the edit's done, and oh my God, we got a goddamn good movie here. Yeah. And everybody that's seen it, the distributors, a lot of different distributors I talked to, a lot of professionals, they see this movie and they're just blown away. It's not good for an independent movie. It's not good for anything. It's good just on it being a great movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Well, I hope that it makes lots of money and you go on to. What are you going to do next? You said you're already thinking about some future projects.
Yeah, I got future projects, and with this one, I'm not done with talking about this one yet. For one thing, what's next is I'm in the fun part right now. Like this media tour is fun. It's like I'm going to Austin right now to do a whole bunch of podcasts and all that. Yeah. So it's a little bit stressful because like I like to just sit down and write. Like I'm a private kind of guy. But the best thing in the world is to be in a theater, and I've done it a few times with this one for whatever screenings, to be in a theater and having people laugh and react to your movie, and that's a better feeling than when I walked out of the cage and when I beat Chuck Liddell, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just this is you bare your soul to this thing, and it's art, and people are appreciating it. Like, that's the best feeling in the world. So I want to be in so many. We're doing a run here in Albuquerque. We're on the 8th. We're at the Icon in Fort Hills. We're going to be here all week, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to set up like a whole cast where people come and can do a Q&A with the whole cast there, and I'm going to do a lot of things with that here at the Icon.
When's that going to be?
I think we're going to do that the Thursday. I don't know the date. The Thursday after the 8th. I got to work it out with them yet, but
because the 8th is the premiere.
We're in theaters on the 8th.
Yeah,
and also we're on wherever you rent movies will be available. Apple, Amazon, all that. Wherever you get it, you can rent it there too. If it's not in your theater, you can do that. But I'm really pumped that we're gonna have a Santa Fe theater coming up, and we have an Albuquerque theater Icon coming up, and I'm super pumped to be in my own hometown and be with the people here, and like let's just turn out and show what we can do, you know.
Yeah, I know. That's fantastic. Well, we're all excited about it. We can't wait to see it, and thank you again for being here. This is really great.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again sometime.
Sounds good.
Thanks, guys.